So we've been talking about your inner voice and how you should find your answers within. So let me tell you about Mark Victor Hansen and Jack Canfield when they were nearing completion of their first Chicken Soup for the book, Chicken Soup for the Soul book. They decided not to have a title for it because Mark and Jack both meditated to inquire within. Every day for a week, they asked him internal guidance for the best-selling title. Mark actually went to bed every night repeating the phrase, mega blockbusting title, and would awaken every morning to immediately go into meditation. He said he used to simply ask God to give him the best title for his book. And then he would sit with his eyes closed in a state of relaxed expectancy, patiently waiting for the answer to come to him. On the third morning, he suddenly had a handwriting in the words chicken soup on the blackboard in his mind. His immediate reaction was, what's chicken soup got to do with his book? But he heard an inner voice in his head saying, chicken soup's what your grandmother used to give you when you were ill and sick as a child. I used to get Lucozade. But this was a book about sick people, he thought to himself. People's spirits are sick, though. And his inner voice replied to him about that. Millions of people are depressed and living in fear and resignation that things will never get better in their life. This book will inspire them, uplift their spirits. During the remaining minutes of that meditation, the title evolved to Chicken Soup for the Spirit, to Chicken Soup for the Soul, to Chicken Soup for the Soul, 100 Ways to Open Your Heart and Rekindle Your Spirit. And when he first heard the phrase chicken soup for the soul, Jack actually got goosebumps all over. He's since learned that giving him goosebumps is one of the most intuitive ways of telling him that he's on the right track. So 10 minutes later, he told his wife, and she got goosebumps too. Then he called Mark, and he got goosebumps too. They were onto something right, and they knew it. Over the last 20 years, Chicken Soup for the Soul has become a brand responsible for more than $2 billion in sales of books and many licensed products, including pet food and greeting cards. So you never realise what the compounding effect of what you do could have an effect on other people in their lives. So your intuition counts for everything. So communicate with it. Your intuition can communicate with you in many ways. You may get a message from within as a vision or a visual image while you're meditating or dreaming. I often get images while I'm lying in bed and after I first awake in the morning and I'm meditating and I'm getting a message, or while I'm sitting in the hot tub or taking a shower or at the swimming pool or out running or out on my bike. It can come in a flash out of the blue. It can be long or it could be unfolding image like a movie. Your intuition may speak to you as a hunch, a thought, or a voice actually telling you yes or no, go for it, or not yet, hold off. It might come as one resounding word, a short sentence, or a complete lecture. You may find it can be a dialogue with a voice of clarification for more information. You may also receive a message from your intuition through your physical senses. If the message is one of watch out or be careful, you may experience a chill, the creeps, a sense of restlessness, discomfort in your gut, a distinction in your chest, a tightness or a pain in your head, even a sour taste in your mouth. A positive or yes message might come from goosebumps, a dizzy feeling, warmth, a sense of openness or expansiveness in the chest, a sense of relaxation, a feeling of relief, or letting go of the tension. You may also experience intuitive messages through your emotions, such as feeling of uneasiness, concern, or confusion. Or when information is in a positive nature, you may experience a feeling of joy, euphoria, profound inner peace. This is your sixth sense, remember. This is a real thing. Understand it and learn to work with it. Sometimes it's just a sense of knowing. How many times have you heard someone say, I don't know how I knew, I just knew. Or I knew it in my heart or in the depth of my soul. An indicator that the message is truly from your intuition is that it will often be accompanied by a sense of greater clarity, a feeling of righteousness about the answer and the impulse. Another indicator the message you're receiving is a correct one is accompanying a feeling of passion and excitement in the process. If you're considering a plan of action or decision, and it leaves a feeling of constriction, drained, bored, or it's a clear message of don't go there, that's really an indication. On the other hand, if you're feeling expansive and energized and enthusiastic, your intuition is telling you to go ahead. The most valuable intuitive wisdom you may also come through in many forms of informal meditation we engage in every day, such as sitting by a waterfall, watching the ocean, staring at the clouds or the stars, sitting under a tree, staring into the fire, listening to inspiring music, jogging, doing yoga, while praying, listening to a bird, taking a shower, driving on the motorway, watching a child play, or writing a personal journal. Intuition is truly mystical. You can even do an informal meditation or an abbreviated way during the middle of the hectic day. When you need to make help for a decision, take time to pause and take a deep breath. Reflect on the question itself and allow intuitive impressions to come to you. Pay attention to any images, words, physical sensations, or emotions you experience. Sometimes you'll find that intuitive insights will immediately come into your awareness. Other times, it may come later in the day when you least expect it. And I'll see you tomorrow.